2025 New Speaking Questions for the IELTS. Speaking test about the topic of hats. Colors.
First, I'll give you some model answers to the questions. Then I'm going to highlight some of the high-level vocabulary that has been used in the model answers.
Do you like to wear hats? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of wearing hats. Sure, they're great for shielding your face and hair from the blazing sun, but I find them a bit of a hassle. My hair always looks disheveled after taking one off, which is a bit of a downer. Instead, I usually opt for carrying an umbrella. It's more practical for me. What kinds of hats do you have? To be fair, I'm not much of a hat collector, so my stash is pretty minimal. That said, I do have a soft spot for baseball caps. They're the exception to my no-hat rule. They give off this effortlessly sporty vibe, which I think suits me on casual days. Did you wear hats when you were a child? Absolutely, I did. My school uniform came with this grey cap that we were required to wear to and from school. It was a bit of a nuisance, to be honest. My mum also insisted I wear a hat at the beach to avoid getting sunburnt. It was a constant battle, but looking back, I can see she had a point. Is wearing a hat popular in your country? Well, helmets are a big deal here since motorbikes are the go-to mode of transport, and wearing one is mandatory for safety. Beyond that, hats aren't exactly a staple in everyday life. You might spot a few people sporting hats on particularly sunny days or as a fashion statement, but it's not a widespread trend.
Now, let's have a look at some of the high-level vocabulary.
High-level vocabulary. 1. Absolutely, completely or entirely, used to emphasize agreement or certainty. 2. Blazing, extremely hot or bright, often used to describe the sun or intense heat. 3. Collector, someone who gathers or keeps a specific type of item, such as hats, stamps, etc. 4. Constant, something that occurs repeatedly or is unchanging over time. 5. Disheveled, untidy or messy, often used to describe hair or clothing. 6. Effortlessly, done with ease or without much effort. 7. Exception, something that does not follow the usual rule or pattern. 8. Fair, honest, just, or reasonable, often used in the phrase to be fair, meaning to show balance or understanding. 9. Mandatory, required by law or rules, not optional. 10. Minimal, very small in amount, degree, or extent. 11. Nuisance, something that causes inconvenience or annoyance. 12. Opt, to make a choice or decision, especially from available options. 13. Practical, useful and sensible in real-world situations. 14. Required, needed or obligatory, often by law, rules, or necessity. 15. Shield, to protect or cover something, often from harm or damage. 16. Soft spot, a feeling of affection or liking for something or someone. 17. Staple, something essential or commonly used. 18. Trend, a general direction in which something is developing or changing, often related to fashion or culture. 19. Vibe, a general feeling or atmosphere created by something or someone. Colloquial expressions. 1. A bit of a downer, something that is disappointing or reduces enthusiasm. 2. A bit of a hassle, something that is somewhat inconvenient or difficult to deal with. 3. A constant battle, a recurring struggle or effort to deal with something. 4. Gives off this vibe, creates or emits a particular feeling, atmosphere, or impression. 5. Go-to mode of transport, the most commonly used or preferred way of traveling. 6. Have a soft spot for, to have a special liking or affection for someone or something. 7. Looking back, reflecting on or considering the past. 8. Not a big fan of, to dislike or not enjoy something very much. 9. Not exactly a staple, not something that is commonly used or an essential part of daily life. 10. To be fair, used to acknowledge a different perspective or justify something. List of ideas for talking about hats. Why you like or dislike wearing hats. 1. comfort and practicality. 2. Impact on hairstyle. 3. Personal style or preferences. Types of hats you own or like. 1. Functionality. Hats for specific activities, 𝐈𝐄𝐋𝐓𝐒 baseball caps, helmets, sun hats. 2. Style. Sporty, formal, or fashionable options. Childhood experiences with hats. 1. School uniforms requiring hats. 2. Parental influence in wearing hats for protection. 3. Special occasions or festivals where hats were worn. Popularity of hats in your country. 1. Helmets for motorbike safety. 2. Hats for cultural or religious reasons. 3. Fashion trends or weather-based reasons.
If you found the video useful, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you'll get updates when I release them. Best of luck preparing for your test.